I wish all of you that at least you must do something very simple. So this is the nature of light. This is the nature of consciousness. If you light up, then darkness is gone. In this, there is evolution of a human being. If you can take down one cobweb down, and you will see life will light up in many different ways. Namaskaram and Diwali greetings and blessings to every one of you. Diwali essentially means a festival of light. There are many legends. Whatever the legend is, the simple thing is this, that human beings feel lit when certain clarity arises within themselves. So essentially, Diwali is a symbolism for victory of clarity over ignorance. Ignorance has always been referred to as darkness and clarity as light. So in that sense, Diwali is about celebrating that possibility in human life. So we symbolize light as clarity, as our ability to see, our ability to perceive, our ability to enhance our lives are dependent upon light. So hence, Diwali is very, very important. If you light up, then darkness is gone. If you want to dispel darkness, light is the only solution. This is why, if you want to dispel your own darkness, enlightenment is the only solution. And everything related to one's realization, one's ability to perceive life in more profound ways, all related to light and darkness, all spiritual terminology has something to do with light because clarity and light are related in our perception. What is the basis of ignorance? Why this need that one has to go beyond that? The basis of ignorance is not realizing the nature of our own existence. That is, once we have become human, one important thing is we are human beings. That means we must know how to be. The human being's ability to be has largely been censored or cut down because of the identifications that we take with our boundaries. So when we light, if one person brings a light into this room, everybody in this room will naturally experience this. This is the significance of light, that if we bring 5 lamps into this room, if all of us come with 5 lights, all of us have the impact of 5 lights upon our life. So this is the nature of light. This is the nature of consciousness. When you become conscious, all boundaries are eliminated. In this, there is evolution of a human being. In this, there is realization. In this, there is enlightenment. In this, there is joy and well-being for everybody around us. So on this Diwali, I wish all of you that at least you must do something very simple. Spend at least 20 minutes upon yourself to see how you can bring clarity. To bring clarity, first of all, you have to identify the cobwebs of ignorance. What limits you? Identify that and see if you can take down one cobweb down, and you will see life will light up in many different ways. If you don't know how to do it for yourself, we are willing to provide you necessary tools so that you can pursue this on this Diwali day. I wish all of you the best that you can have in terms of your life's experience, and above all, let there be new light in your life. Namaste.
Namaskaram everyone, a very very happy Diwali to all of you. Now without taking you much of the time of today, I will just give a short explanation of how to lit the fire within us, not just in this diya but also within us. Now it is the part of this tradition that if we want to create a right kind of atmosphere, the first thing that we do is just light a lamp and simply sit there. We don't have to believe to any god or gods in any religion or any function. The first thing that we do is just light this lamp. So the question comes, does it make any difference? Now, the moment you light a lamp around the flame, a certain etheric space naturally occurs. When there is etheric sphere, communication is better. Before we talk to God, we want to create the right kind of ambience and certain kind of etheric sphere. Without that, it is as if you are talking to a wall. If you meditate enough, this etheric content builds up around you. Now we all know what this ether is. This simply means the space. Now, Sadhguru has already talked about space, the importance of space in many of his videos, and I too have posted his video. If you want, I'll give the link in the description as an I button. Just go and watch there. Now for today, I'll not discuss about that. I will discuss about this Diwali lights. I will discuss about the meditation that Sadhguru told, how just lighting the diya and meditating for just 20 minutes, what happens when we do this. Now for demonstration, if you have ever sat around a campfire, you may have noticed stories told around the campfire always have the maximum impact. This is a simple way to create a situation where you are at your best of your receptivity, both for a story and for the atmosphere. Now, do you know that this fire is of different kind? This is just a physical fire. But within us, there are 4 kinds of fire. That is Jatharagni, Chittagni, Bhutagni and Sarvagni. Now the detailed or elaborate content about these Agnis I'll talk in later of my videos. For today, without taking much of the time, I would just discuss a brief of this. So let's continue. We all know that life is a fire. It is the fire of the sun which facilitates the life on the planet. Agni, that means fire. Fire can manifest in human system as Jatharagni. If you are hungry, it is because of the Jatharagni, the fire of the belly and the fire of the groin. If you transform this Jatharagni, you will become Chittagni, that you will become intellectually very, very sharp. You lose interest in sexuality and food because your intellectual fire is on. Now this Chittagni can be transformed into Bhutagni. Bhutagni is the elemental fire. A yogi is on the elemental fire. You may have heard of yogis being buried for some time without any breath, no heartbeat, or of yogis consuming mercury or venom. If they were not yogis, they would be dead if they did something like this. Unless your Bhutagni is on, you cannot play with the elements. Similarly, there is also something known as Sarvagni. Detail of this Sarvagni we will discuss in the next video. Now, one of the most important thing we have to know is, of the 3 dimensions, everyone has Jatharagni to some extent. Now, if Chittagni arises, your intellect is like fire, lights up your space. Even in comic books, if the character gets an idea, it is often depicted as a light bulb, because when the intellectual fire is on, suddenly there is light. You can even create heat out of it. Now, if the elemental fire is on, it is of different nature, a cool fire. Now, once the elemental fire is on within you, you have mastery over the life process. You will choose how to born and how to live and how to die or not to die. The beauty of having Bhutagni or the elemental fire in you is you don't have to light a lamp actually. Now, once you have lit up the Bhutagni or the elemental fire within you, you don't even need this lamp. You don't have to do any yagnas or homa. You don't have to worship. You don't have to enter a temple. I'm not saying that you should not, but I'm saying that you need not. Because one of the elemental fire, that is Bhutagni in you, is on. You are existence itself. Even in Mahabharata, we have faced 3 kinds of people. There are people who are burning with immense Jatharagni, wanting to eat, wanting to possess, wanting to copulate, wanting to conquer, etc. Now some others have phenomenal Chittagni. Their intellect is such that they're able to see things that ordinary people only see 1,000 years later. There are other people who have Bhutagni on, which means they have complete mastery over their life. When to born, when to live, how to die, even the choice of life and death, as Bhishma Pitama. Now even you will see Krishna moving and playing between these 3 aspects. When he wants to be Jatharagni, he is all Jatharagni. He eats, fights and loves like no one else. When he wants to be Chittagni, he is in total a visionary beyond compare. When he wants his Bhutagni to be on, he is absolutely that. He plays all in these 3 fields. Now, lastly, if you approach everything in your life as a celebratory way, not only this Diwali but each and every day of your life. You will learn to be non-serious about life and absolutely inward. And not only this, Diwali will be there every day. So let's take a 20-minute meditation today with this Ghee Deepam and just identify any one limitations of ourselves that brings ignorance in us as well as in our life. Once we identify, it will surely take us to the clarity and towards the light. So now let's make it happen, and by practicing some sort of meditation every day and just doing introspection every day, let's light our Bhuta Agni within us. And at last, let's make it happen. And happy Diwali to all of you once again. Up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskaram.